Well, it's Prince William's birthday. Happy birthday, Prince William. And there's also, last week was Prince Philip's birthday, and there's a mysterious photo that came out. And people believe that this photo is a Photoshop. And we're going to take a look at that. And the reason they're not touching, the Queen and Philip are not touching, and look at the hard line on her hand. Boy, does that look photoshopped. Philip looks like he would look, but this whole thing looks layered down in Photoshop. So we need to take a look at that. I've been wondering about that. And also, is Philip alive? So the first article we have is Royal Snub, How Meghan and Harry Won't Be Able to Show Support for William Today. Why not? That's as easy as a Zoom call. You just get on the Zoom, it's just a phone call. Happy birthday, William, and say a few niceties. So I actually think that Harry is not with Meghan. I think that Harry is probably in England right now. And I think that Harry and William's relationship has largely been mended and is mending. Because Harry's just such a mess. He's been in and out of rehab, and things are not going terribly well for him. So we'll take a look at Meghan and William. I mean, is she completely cut off? She can't even just get on a Zoom call and say, happy birthday to William. Thing we have, and I don't think we have time to address this here, but Prince Harry and Meghan Markle split from the Queen's legal team, cementing their royal exit. So they're not even using the Queen's legal team. And what I see, they're using their own legal people. So what this looks like to me is they're just plugging all the leaks. And the only leaks left where people are going to tell on them is the security, because they've got royal security. But again, this says to me that Meghan is on her own. She's completely departed from the royal family, and she's literally cutting all ties step by step by step by step with the royal family. And this is another cut from the royal family. So let's take a look today at William and how the family is doing. We'll take a look at the Queen and Philip. Is Philip still alive? Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. It is Prince William's birthday, and 2 photos were put out. This is one of them, and the body language is very good. Look at little Charlotte, and everybody just looks so comfortable, and he's, George is the eldest, so he's the most independent and acting out. Really cute. And, I find the body language good between, William and Kate, and the children and Kate, and the children and William. Everybody, the body language is very good. She's leaning toward him. He's leaning toward him. Everybody wants to touch Dad. And that's really good body language. So let's take a look at, the family dynamics. We had the Rose Hanbury affair. A lot of people believe that Meghan put that out to, shame and put down William and Kate, because if William and Kate are doing well, then Meghan feels that she's losing. And if William and Kate are beleaguered, then she feels that she's winning. This is very common among a lot of people in our society today, especially around someone who would be a narcissist. So let's look at the family dynamic. Let's just throw a mini. How is it? They look like the perfect family. How are things going between and among them? Well, that's the family card. Oh. All right, so we have a lot of good cards here showing initially. So we have home, which is the family card. People closely associated with you, the home and the family. We have all these shoes coming into the house. that's all the people, in your house, your family. That can be your literal family, or that can be just people close in your life. Everybody working together, the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, they work perfectly together and deeply rooted. 10, 13, 4 hearts again. So very solid, deeply rooted family. Everybody's working together as a family. Mustard seed, cup overflowing. So a lot of joy. It's a happy family. It's a very happy family. So they're doing very well. So all of this trouble, from Meghan and Harry leaving, that's kind of past, and they're in a good phase right now. Okay, we see a little bit of trouble here. We have diamond ring crossroads, decisions about the marriage, disaster, very bad things happen. So this is probably the Rose Hanbury business. Veil, secretly in, woman. So this could be Kate, or this could be basically a good situation. The queens can either be just situation or a literal person, and all of the face cards can be a person, a literal person, or a situation, or even both in a reading. So let's read this as Kate first. Kate was mulling over some just terrible things, and decisions had to be made about the marriage. Okay, Kate faced with a decision about secret things in the marriage. This would probably be the Rose Hanbury affair. What is William doing on the sly secretly? Okay, this can also be, the Queen of Hearts here can be just basically a good situation, decisions about the good situation, and stuff that was hidden that has stopped. It was very bad. 10 spades, that's the worst possible outcome, but it's over. Okay, so whatever affair or secret thing going on between William and Kate, that's over. So it looks like they're in, right now, William and Kate are in a very good place, and they're very happy. 10 hearts is a great joy card. So Meghan and Harry can't be bothered to reach out to William on his birthday. Hey, happy birthday, William. So I think Harry's over in England, or he's somewhere. You keep seeing he kept doing those 4 video chats, those 4 different video chats, and he just looked washed out and a mess and under a lot of stress. And they were all in the same place. Well, they weren't with Meghan. When Meghan showed up on her video chats at the same times, she was showing different backgrounds. Well, and the backgrounds that Harry was showing didn't seem to correspond in any way to the backgrounds that Meghan was showing. Rookie mistake. So what we have going on here is, will Meghan reach out to William and Kate? Hey, happy birthday, in a Zoom call. I mean, that's pretty easy. That's not that complicated. It's basically a phone call. It's a video phone call. So will there be any video phone call from California to William? Because I don't believe Harry is with Meghan. So will Meghan reach out? Meghan. And William. Oh boy. All right, so what's interesting over here, this is interesting, this is interesting, this is a little harder to read. We have 5s for William's side. Outside events have caused changes going forward, and he doesn't want to hear from Meghan. 17, 5 hearts, 5, 5, 5. 5 is right in the middle, and it's the card of change. Outside events have caused a lot of changes, and he's reacting to those changes, and he just doesn't want to hear from Meghan. Don't call me on my birthday, Meghan. I don't want to hear from you. Underneath, we have an ending of the inheritance, 14. 4 diamonds, 2 4s, 3 5s, 2 4s. So the cards like to emphasize, so we have 4s here, we have 5s here. 4 diamonds and 10 diamonds are structure, very much structure cards. 10 diamonds is the royal family card. the end of her time in the royal family is coming. So that's the changes. I think there's a divorce in progress there's a separation and a divorce ongoing that we haven't heard about, and those are probably the outside events. Over here on Meghan's side, strength, rooting, water into wine, transformation, transforming her situation and her rooting, what she's doing. 9 and 11, 5 spades, blocked. Cut from her rooting and transforming. She is creating her new life in California. Meghan is creating her new life, and that includes divorce, and that does not include Harry. But we haven't heard about it yet. So we've got this very odd photo with Philip and the Queen. And it really looks photoshopped to me. Are the Queen and Prince Philip together? Are the Queen and Philip together for this photo that we saw? Okay, or is that a Photoshop? Because it sure looks like a Photoshop. And there's a couple of explanations for that. Philip could just be very ill, and he's bedridden. He's not really able to go out and stand in the pastoral scene in front of the castle. So they're not going to take a snap of him in bed. So are they together for that photo? The Queen and Philip. Are the Queen and Philip together for that photo? 8 diamonds, cornucopia, everything, 3 blackbirds, 11, 3 clubs. Activities, about activity and talking, big change in activity and talking in everything. Big change in activities and everything. Activities. So Philip is much less active. There's been a big change in Philip's activity, movement level. And the less you move, the sicker you are, and the less you move, the more likely you are you're going to die. Okay, you got to keep moving around. You don't move it, you lose it. What's underneath? Reacting, 5 hearts, 9 diamonds. Okay, this is communication, reacting to electronic communication. So this is like putting out the photograph, and they want to cast Philip in a good light, but he's very ill. The cross is, the permanent body, the physical body, and his physical body is very ill. So they just want to put him in a good light. So his mobility is greatly decreased. He's just not doing the things that he was doing. He's 99 years old now. That's pretty old. I'm not that old yet. I hope I make it that far, I guess, as long as I can be healthy. So they just want to put him in a good light. There's nothing sneaky here. There's nothing nefarious here. There's nothing like, oh yeah, we're pulling one over on you. They're just being really nice to Philip. It's angel energy. They want to show Philip in the best possible light, but he's very ill and his mobility is greatly decreased. Well, let's just ask the real obvious question. Is Philip alive or is he passed? I don't see any passing here. I see illness. So let's just ask the question. Is Philip passed? Is Philip passed? We'll put you up on the knees there. Is Philip passed? Broken chalice, broke in this direction, 3 hearts, and butterfly. Sweet appearance for this direction, sweet appearance for the future, and very public. 2 spades would probably be no. Let's see, underneath we have King of Spades, Executioner, Player, and Lovers, 24, 26 outside events. Public appearance again. Executioner can be doctor. Very closely associated. I don't see death here. Okay, I don't see death. So, is Philip passed? Two spades would be a no card. No, he's still going. And King of Spades, doctor, and presentation and loving, very close relationship. He's very close relationship with the doctor. The doctors are really, I think he's really, really sick. Okay, and I don't think he's going to make it much further. But he hasn't passed yet. So he's still around, but that does look like a photo. That absolutely looks like a Photoshop to me. So he's not up and around, and he's not walking out on the palace grounds with the queen, who's still riding her horses. You know, he's just not vigorous enough to be out and about and walking around. So, all right, let's review. How's the family doing? They're really united. It's a time of great joy after a very bad time. Yeah, where Kate really questioned her marriage, but it's a really good time for them right now. They're very solid and happy, and that's a good relationship. That's a good tennis match. That's a good chess match. Things go up and down, back and forth. And right now is a really good time for them. They really are as happy as they look. Okay, will there be any Zoom call between Meghan and William, because Harry's not there? William doesn't want to hear from Meghan, okay, because of all the stuff going on right now. And Meghan is very busy creating a new life for herself that does not include the royal family. Okay, where she's outside of the royal family. Okay, we're the Queen and Philip together in this photo. This says that Philip's mobility and everything he does has really, really changed. And he's very sick, and they just want to present him in a good light. Has Philip passed? No, he hasn't passed yet, but he's under close. The doctors are very, very close to him. He's probably under 24-hour care. That's probably what this means. So I think he's kind of he's in his last days at this point. He's just really not well. But he's not passed. He's not passed. And he may not even be getting out of bed much or at all at this point. And that's really bad. When it gets to that point, that's really bad. So that was a Photoshop. That was a Photoshop. The Queen and Philip were not together. And, the relationship between Meghan and William and the royal household is just broken. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who have bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.